On behalf of Stella Maris Neet Academy, we are happy to be here. I thank to the principal and also I thank to the Kritika ma'am and Kokila ma'am to arrange this gathering. I welcome all the staff and students. Now I request Mr. R. Franklin, the founder of Neet Academy, to address this gathering.
I thank each and every one of you for participating in this Neet Awareness program. How many of you are attending Neet classes somewhere else? Can you raise your small like this? Need not raise just like that. Anybody studying outside Neet or IIT JE? IIT JE, no. Why not interested in Neet? Either Neet or IIT JE? IIT JE. Either way, you have to go for medicine or engineering. For both of these two exams, different exams, one is NEET, the next one is IIT JEE. So I hope you will all be aware of that exams. Anyway, I don't know why you are all sitting in a tensed mood, or maybe class are over or giving a new lecture. I think you are feeling little bit discomfort. Anyway, I'm not going to take very much time. I'm not going to take some hours. I'm just going to have this program only for a few minutes. You know why? Most of you may be aware of this program, and most of you know that these exams, and it is also coming in the newspapers. Can any one of you tell me any news about this NEET exam?
The one of the news which I am going to search, I searched in the newspapers was a lot of students has been getting 720 out of 720 NEET examinations, and I wondered how these people are getting out full marks. And a lot of people, Pravithan first got 720 out of 720 NEET examination, and adding to that, these years a lot of people is getting, and I wondered how these people are getting these much marks in NEET examination. This is the news that I wondered after reading the newspaper.
MSD's main point is how people are getting 720 out of 720, and the next big point points out this: so many people are getting more than high marks. There are two things are there, because probably she wants to emphasize this point. I hope, I suppose. See, the question leak was there this year, but year before last there was no question leak. But last year, last exam of the NEET, there was a question leak, but not in Tamil Nadu. Not in Tamil Nadu. It has happened in some stray places like Bihar, Delhi, Maharashtra, and also some of the things in UP, but not in Tamil Nadu. The question papers were not leaked in Tamil Nadu this year. So, first I will come to you this point, because since we have now this time, we are just going to focus only on NEET. I am just going to talk about NEET, the exams. See, before 2016, if you want to study medicine, want to go for MBBS, simply there is only no competitive exam was there previously. They were calculating on the marks which you have scored in the +2. Total marks. They total 50 for physics and 50 for chemistry, like that, and then put 100 for biology. Then total out of 200, how much you get? So you know what was the cutoff mark at that time? 199.65. 199.65. Now Hammersley asked that question. One question. How people are getting 720 out of 720? The very same question now I want to tell her. How this was possible, 199.65, when this system of NEET was not available or was not there. How it was possible? You know what? It is not in our school, I am pointing out. It is not in here. It is not in Trichy. Some of the schools, you know what they do? I am now coming for the 199.65, how they were able to get. See now, for example, you are studying in this school, you are able to get 190 on that cutoff or 195. But will you get a seat? No chance. Because cutoff was how much? 199. Those time it was 3,000 medical seats were available. And there were people, lot of people, 199.65, more than 3,000. You know what they did? So they had only 3,000 seats. So what they did was, suppose her name is Amesri, suppose you are Anushya. So according to the alphabets, they started deleting the names. Then what they did, your date of birth. But only one thing is, main point is, suppose if that year, particular year, if you are not able to get that seat, that's all. Your dream of entering a medical college is over. The previous pattern I'm telling you, the previous practice. Because there was no, you can't write the re-exam on again plus 2 state board. Once for it is over, seal. If you are not able to get it that time, that's all over. But whereas in the NEET, you have chances. You can go on. That's all the courses, you will see the advertisements. Repeater batch, repeaters batch, 1, 2, 3. So you can go on, repeat it. Is it okay now? Understand? But how they, that 199.65 they got, it is not like you students. You know why I'm telling you students? This, see, you are very free. In the sense, you are allowed to think on your own. You are allowed to be very free. I have freedom and independence was allowed here. Whereas that schools which I am going to point out, I want to ask you, how many of you studied plus 1 thoroughly? I'm asking plus 2 students. How many of you studied plus 1 at least once throughout the year? Please raise your hands. No plus 2 students are here. Can't understand what I'm asking? Please raise. No, you know something? Okay, I will ask you now. I'm not. Don't worry that I'm not going to ask you some questions on previous year. That's what the one thing you are all feeling bad to tell. Raise your hands. I know, because you think that I'm going to ask you some questions from plus 1. What's our yesterday lesson itself? We could not get back to it. But today we are saying about you are going to ask about your last year's. No, I'm not going to ask any like the questions. You know what they did? Plus 1 and plus 2 years are there. No. Some of the schools in Namakkal district, they will, even the parents those time, you know what was the fees for that plus 1 state board? In order to get that 199.65, what they did, per student plus 1 they will charge 2 lakhs and for plus 2 they will charge 2 lakhs. 4 lakhs for state board plus 2. Once you join the school, that 199.65, they will feel that they are going to surely get. But they got it. But how? You know, they will not teach you the plus 1 syllabus at all. In those schools, I am talking about the previous, before NEET. Once you join in the plus 1, till quarterly, I mean up to September, they'll give you some lessons from plus 1. That's all over. Then after that, it's only all residential. All residential. Right from the morning till the night, late night, students have started going on mug up. Because once they get that 199.65, that will come in only with your book. There will not be any intelligent or conceptual questions or different questions based on basics. Ditto. I mean, you know what ditto means? Same. So people, they're like a brainwashing. They started doing the brainwashing. Study. So many people, so many students, I know, they got depressed. The depression. You know why? Because going on mug up, the school was very, very pressurizing the students. And that school will get how many? Nearly 500, 600 students. How much marks? 199.65. Now tell me, is it the way of teaching the students? Now, if we start, if we means, I mean the school or all the schools in Trichy like that, if you start doing anything like that, you will immediately call the helpline. Sir, they are torturing me in the study, sir. But those days, this was not like that. Am I right? Immediately there is a lot of boards, no. If you are RS, if you are this thing, child helpline, this helpline. But nowadays, it is not possible. But those days, before 2016 or 15, they were doing this. But the main advantage in the NEET is, you cannot study like that. If you want to write NEET, you must know the basic concepts in the plus 1, because the continuity comes in the second. But those days, only from the plus 2 syllabus they will ask you the questions. That's why all the schools in the Namakkal district, they followed the pattern. They did not teach plus 1 at all those days. But now, if you want to write NEET or if you want to write IIT JEE, you have to study the +1 syllabus. Now, come back to Amherst's question. How, sir, it is possible 720 out of 720? I had an opportunity to give a lecture in a big school, Good Shepherd Convent, Nugambakam, and also Church Park, Thousand Lights. I was giving a lecture. There was around 2017, 2016 only the NEET started coming. The NEET started coming. Those days, our state board syllabus was not matching with the NEET exam because NEET exam purely based on the CBSE syllabus. So our people could not get the seats. So a lot of negative news at that time about NEET. Even the students all got agitated, our state board students especially. Because CBSE syllabus, they thought this kind of 2018, the then government have changed the syllabus and they brought it at par with CBSE. Students, one thing again I want to say, our state board syllabus is very much higher than the CBSE syllabus, and also she's rightly pointed out, there's a lot of explanations step by step in the state board. So many of teachers don't understand that. But whereas here, you have a very good teachers here. The same comparison. Very well you can the same comparison. I am very happy about the reply. I am really very happy about the reply. That is true. That is true. The state board syllabus, more than enough for this NEET exam. Or for that matter, IIT JEE also. See now, NEET, biology, physics, chemistry. The difference for IIT JEE, mathematics will be added, biology will be removed. But standard of questions in the IIT will be little bit higher than the NEET. Because now here you are going only for a medicine. So the problem solving will be easy in the NEET exams. Whereas IIT JEE, since it is going to be an engineering studies, mathematical this thing will be little bit high standard. That's all. So this is the thing. Then MST again I want to. So 17 I was telling the students, please sit. The students I was telling, I'm giving the lecture. Then I told them, see state board we cannot write. Then I told them, a day will come. I clearly told you, a day will come on 2017 I said, a day will come where one of our Tamil Nadu student, I don't know, either CBSE syllabus or from state board syllabus, definitely he will come as a topper. 720 out of 720. See now as MST says, nearly 80 or 75, 720 out of 720 has happened. But of course, I agree with her. There were some malpractices and some of them got reduced. Now it has come to 32 or 31. After 1 month before correcting, before the court took the measures, it has drastically come down. Because the question leak also there was 720 out of 720. But this time, they are taking lot of remedial measures, such as the exams will be conducted along with the state, not syllabus, what you call state administration. So there are very difficult, a lot of rare chances of any question leak. This time they are taking measures. The one point I pointed out one advantage, you can write next time also NEET. But that doesn't mean you should go on write it like that. Even in this, there are two courses we know. Crash course means this 40 days, one course will be there. Then 1 full year you will be studying. But what I suggest will be, when you are studying in the school itself, you yourself can start this NEET preparation very well. You need not wait for your board exam to be over, then take. No, once you join in the +1 itself, you take your +1 syllabus book itself. I have not come here to canvas for the institute, but at the same time, this is totally an awareness program. This awareness will help you in the long run. You know why? See, +1, what all your teachers are teaching you is a subject. Subject-wise, you are taking it. What I suggest is, now after reading that, for example, in the +2 genetics are there. So suppose they have taught you, you take the question papers of NEET on that genetics topics. Whether you are able to get the answer or not, then verify your book. Likewise itself, without joining any institute also, you can excel and you can score high marks in the NEET. Only thing, you have to start the preparation along with your board syllabus. That's why some of them feel that I have to give importance to the state board, board exam. Then only I can prepare me. That's why the repeaters course is coming. Now, you know what I told them? 2000 I told one of our Tamil Nadu students, I said, last year, not last before year, you know what is his name? 720 out of 720? From which school? Good. The school, you know, Prabhanjan parents, what are they? They are school, yes, they are school. In which school? State board syllabus school. But he studied in the CBSE school, no problem. But again, I'm telling you, that syllabus is not a problem at all now. So he is the first person in the NEET. And he came from our state. He belonged to our state. Last year, this year, last 2021, only lot of states have come for 720 of 720. At that time, I don't want to name the institutes. X, Y, Z. X, one institute, Y, one institute, and Z, one institute. They put all the photos from North India or belonging to other states except Tamil Nadu, the same, topper one. You know what happened year before last? These three big institutes did not even, this name has come in that. You understand what I am telling you? They have not studied in that institute, in the grand style. But this boy, along with this board syllabus, along with this school time, he studied the 1 year. That's another thing, good thing. He was not a repeater. You know what I mean? He did not took an off, prepared for 1 year separately. He was simultaneously, he was studying his syllabus, board exam also he wrote. Same time he wrote this NEET exam. And he got what? 720 out of 720. I mean, I can say chemistry, this year, no one, they can't come like that because lot of restrictions have come. Previously, before Corona, the model was like this. Before Corona, NEET exam. You know what the model was? Physics 45 questions, chemistry 45 questions, biology 90 questions. Put together 180 questions. So each question carries 4 marks. So 180 into 4, how much? 720. This was before Corona. After Corona, they changed the pattern. The pattern was, they gave another 20 questions extra. So 180 questions you have to apply before Corona. All questions are compulsory. After Corona, they added 20 questions. Then they split in each physics, chemistry, section A, section B. This one is 35 questions compulsory. This 20 questions, you can write 5 questions. See, now we are going to give a book to you. That book has this after Corona's pattern. But yesterday, they have changed the pattern. You know, now tell me, I want to know which agency is conducting this NEET exam? National Testing? Good, very nice. So that they have announced now the syllabus, not syllabus is the same, but thing is the pattern. You know what is the pattern? They have again gone back to the old type. What was the old type? Or what is the old type? 180 questions? You have to attend all the questions. You understand what I am telling you? See, now, till last year, for the last 4 years, the question pattern was 200 questions, you have to write 180 questions. That sections were in physics and chemistry. Now they removed that sections. Physics 45, chemistry 45, and biology 90. So put together how much? 180 questions. The same pattern they have again got. Now they are arranging the centers. Where all the centers had problems of leakage problems. You know, in some centers, they gave some 1 hour time. So what malpractice would have done, you know? They would have got the question paper, all objective only, no. By the time they would have given from the outside, then from they gave the answers, some of them wrote, nearly that 40 people have been caught totally in that scam. But this year, they are very careful because of the Supreme Court's ruling that it has to be conducted in a very careful manner this year. But this year itself, they wanted to change it to online. But now they have postponed it. But this time also, pen and paper mode. So what I am trying to say is, see, NEET has a lot of advantages. There are some bad news about it. Forget the bad news. Don't concentrate on that. But this exam will be definitely, it's very, very, very good for all of you who are going to try for medicine. For IIT JEE, engineering, you can write that. So what we want to say is, don't worry about the negative news. I'm very happy because to come to this point, I took nearly 20 minutes in the last week. One of the schools, I think Bishop we were Tapakulam, we were giving a lecture. But to arrive this point, we were taking 20 minutes. But MSC made it very simple by asking it in the first time itself. Why, sir? Why, how many? Yes, the cutoff also has increased. But it is possible if you study along with your syllabus and if you check the answers. So suppose, for instance, I am talking about Botany madam is taking one topic. Same topic will be in the NEET. She will be explaining all those things. More than enough. Now go through the textbook, read that one-word questions, how it is. Then check with the previous year NEET as also AIPMT questions. See, till 2015, the NEET name was AIPMT, All India Pre-Medical Test. That only has been changed to NEET, and uniformly whole of India should write this exam. It is a very good exam. And the only thing is some bad news. And some of the news you would have heard. While going to write a center, they will remove your clips, all papers. I think MSc did not mention that one. Why is that they are doing this? I mean, no, when they go to write the exams, the people, they go on check like that. And when girls students, no, you can't wear the clip, they take it asking to check and all. Now there are a lot of restrictions. You can have this thing. They have to conduct it in a very decent way. They can't do it. And centers also now they are choosing the centers very, carefully they are choosing. They can't put it somewhere else. Almost same time, same here, places like that, they are going to do it. So how many of you are getting interested in writing NEET exam? Can you raise your hands? Again, I'm not going to ask any questions. And I'm not going to ask your names. I'm not going to collect any data from you. Don't worry. But you are interested. Good. Raise your hands. So again, I'm telling you, are plus one or plus two more? Plus one. What plus one I will advise you is, take the textbooks. And I advise now plus one students, you are going to the plus two now. Am I right? Our usual practice in our days, I think even now it prevails. Whenever we go to the next class, immediately we put the books either to a paper wala or we will donate the books to somebody. We are doing it now. But NEET and IIT students, please don't do it. You have to keep this plus one books till you finish the plus two and till you finish the either NEET or IIT JEE. You understand what I am trying to tell you? Because the questions, 50% of the questions will come from plus one and balance 50% only will come from plus two. So both plus one and plus two are very important. So do not throw your books, because we should practice. When we are by last exam, right now, what we will do those days, we are small fellows. We just carry the books and go to the paper and put get money, happily we will eat and we come back. But now each and every book is very important, especially you have to keep that plus one books along with this. So I want to give you one booklet. The booklet, there are two things I want to mention. One is, the question paper is there, just go through it. But it contains what? 2024 and then re-NEET paper, one NEET paper. But now I told you the changes. That also now I will give you in a paper. What are the changes there? Please have with you. Understand what I am telling you? Then don't say this sir has given a different pattern. No, the pattern has changed just now, 2 days back only. They have announced it just on Sunday morning. Sunday morning, Times of India paper. If you see yesterday paper, you will understand. So anyway, we will give that paper to you. So you just go through it. And also for plus two students, one sample biology paper is inside there for English medium. So just have it, just go through the book. So you can ask us about anything about the doubt of NEET or IIT JEE. Okay? Thank you very much for giving, patiently hearing and sitting along with that with the very silent room. Now, 90, but it is there, but anyway, I just explained to you. 90 questions, in biology. Each question carries how much? 4 marks. So 90 into 4, 360 marks. So physics, when you come to physics, 45 questions, 4 marks each. How much it will come? 180, 45 into 4. Likewise, chemistry 45, 45 into 4. So it will be 90, 90 and 180. Am I right? Totally. So 45 into 180, 180, then 360. Marks will be 720. You can just go through that book. And there is a negative marking is there. What do you mean by negative marks? Suppose if you are attempting a question, if it is wrong, they will deduct 1 mark. For example, 180 questions you have. Out of that, 100 questions are right. But 80 questions are wrong. What you have marked. How they will calculate is 100 into 4, 400. Then 80 into 1, 80. From 400, this 80 will be less. So net mark will be 320 only you will get. Then what inference you will get from this list? Mainly, see, you should not attempt any wrong questions. Suppose if you leave it just like that, no marks will be deducted. If you are not attempting any question, they will not deduct any marks at all. Once you get a wrong answer only, the mark a wrong answer, then only it will be negative marks will come. You understand what I am trying to do? Okay.
So sir's esteemed presence have made our day great, and it's an immense pleasure to be here as part, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your presence, and you made our day great, sir. Through these, your motivational speech has given a lot of ideas about NEET and how to come across NEET. So we all have a stereotypical thought like NEET was difficult and we could not come through it. But after such speech, each and everyone will believe that NEET was so easy and we could easily solve it. That's how the motivation, self-motivation is very, very important for everyone. And so you want something, you have to be curious about things. If you are curious about NEET, means sir's speech will be great to that. Someone add to the point. If you are thinking one thing in your mind and someone adds to your point, means that will become a great thoughts in your mind and you will definitely achieve it. So this world has a power, like whatever, if you want to become an IAS, a doctor, an engineer, if you keep on say that, the world will hear and you will definitely become that. So that's what sir's words has made our day great, sir. Thank you so much, sir.